Okay, I believe we are live, J-Main. Not too bad.
Oh,
3 minutes. You actually came on time today. You actually came on time.
no, I did.
I'm,
I
I'm
seen your
actually
tweet.
I'm actually a little bit late. I'm actually
I seen your tweet. I was like, oh, this man, that tweet had a little sass to it.
Can you
Like this
do
man crossing
something
his
for
legs while he
me?
typing that tweet out. Man, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, they've been killing Drake with that whole little meme with the rich flexing. They've
Yo,
been
on TikTok,
killing it.
bro, them videos have me crying.
Yeah.
21. Can you
Can
do
you do
something for
the
me?
the funny thing is when I heard it the first time, my mind didn't even come to that, yo. I
It
didn't even think it
didn't.
was sassy.
It didn't. I didn't
My
either.
mind didn't come to that.
I was just like, all right, it's cool. Like,
Um,
to be honest, I didn't like that song like too much, but like after
Now
hearing like
the
the
more you
memes,
play it,
that shit funny
it's
as hell.
hard.
Like, I like listening to that shit. Do your thing, 21.
Everyone, do your thing. Can you do some for me? That shit is hard. Still, low key, it's hard. The more you listen to it, it just gets harder and harder, yo.
That
Real
project is
time,
fire.
bro.
I'm gonna
Real
be bumping
time,
that
man.
for a minute.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
excuse
Definitely,
me.
definitely. You seen
But yeah,
you seen the Grammys? The Grammy nominations for
the
best rap album?
nominees. Yeah, bro. I don't. There's some shit missing on there for me. Like, I don't know how Freddie Gibbs ain't get nominated.
Why the hell
Freddie-
is Jack Harlow in there, bro? This has to be some industry politics, bro. Because there's no way in hell that album, out of all the albums that came out this year, that album won over, like you said, Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah, crazy.
You know, and I'm not even like the biggest Freddie fan, but just I've been taking in the shit the past year, and that boy, nice.
Yeah,
That boy nice.
Nicki ain't getting no nominations. I don't think.
Wait,
Nicki
I thought,
Minaj.
yeah, wasn't she complaining that her song wasn't in the right category or something? Like, I swear that was like
Yeah.
a thing.
Because
So she- but-
pretty much they was debating, not debating, but I guess they were planning on moving, like, if they were to nominate her song, what
Mm-hmm.
category it would be in. So I don't think it was ever like officially confirmed that it was gonna be nominated for whatever category they was thinking. They was just saying like, what category are we gonna put it in if it is nominated? I guess when she submitted it or some shit like that. And she made up all that fuss, and they was like, "Fuck it, we ain't gonna put that shit in no category. You ain't gonna get
that's
nominated
crazy.
for nothing."
That's crazy. Now they definitely got a beef. They definitely got beef. But honestly, Nas's album, we were just talking about it before we went live. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely
Yeah.
incredible.
That shit fire. From production
Holy.
to lyrics, wordplay, like it's just on point. Like
it's
on
beautiful
point.
to see with some of these MCs. It seems like with time, they're actually creating some of their best music of their life as well. Like Nas obviously is an OG legend, has hit records, classic records. But
Right.
you would think somebody who's turning 50 years old like will slow down or anything, but like
Right.
nah.
You think it'd be over for him.
Yeah, his music is incredible. Like he got with Hit Boy, and he's making some of the best music of his life to me personally. You know, like these
Yeah.
last couple of outputs have been incredible. Another artist I want to highlight real quick is Pusha T. I feel like with age, he's getting even nicer too.
Yeah, Pusha T, like he gonna be a staple. Like as long as he rapping, he gonna be a staple. And like I be forgetting how old Pusha T. I think he's in his 40s.
Yeah, he
I
old
think
too,
Pusha
bro.
T. Yeah, I be forgetting. I be thinking like Pusha T like still in his 30s and shit. Like, I think he's in his 40s now. So just to see hip hop age like that, and
It's beautiful
for
to
guys
see.
to lock in with a producer, one or two, or you know, take a sound and just create music out of it, like that's beautiful to see, man. And
beautiful
it's
to
something
see,
out
you
there
know.
for everybody. Like I
Exactly.
don't want people complaining about, oh, hip hop is this, hip hop is it's something for everybody out there.
J-Man, you see, you took the words right out of my mouth. I really be hating when I just feel like when I have those kind of discussions with people who say that they're just not really that educated on the matter, because you're right. There's the mainstream music, hip hop is evolved to the point that there's so many freaking different styles. What's at the forefront you may not like, but the boom bap rap or the type of rap that y'all OGs or the purists like, it's literally out there, bro.
It's out there.
Literally
And it's
out
good
there.
shit.
And it is good.
good
So you know
shit.
what I mean? So that's why I really don't take, like, if you really be taking in like what's happening in the rap scene for real, you know that lyricism is still alive and really well. It might not be in the forefront of the charts due to, you know, there's so many politics, as we've learned over the years, when it comes to the music business and stuff like that. So it might not be what's at the forefront, but that lyricism that people be looking for, it definitely still exists to this day, bro. To this day, bro.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
To this day.
Go ahead and kick us off, man. Yo, start us off, bruh.
Oh man, yes sir. Y'all welcome to another episode. Are we calling these episodes shows? Like what?
Show, podcast, episode, whatever, bro.
Whatever you want to call it. Another
Sir.
extravaganza. You know what I'm saying? Good game, and we back. Get your boy Kofi in the building, of course. J Main here. Back talking about some major topics of the week. Get into impressions, thoughts, continued thoughts, and of recent games and shit like that, news and stuff like that. So appreciate everybody for tuning in to the show. Kofi, as y'all know him already, y'all know me. It's been a good week, the last few days. We've been getting this. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I've been playing God of War over the past weekend, and listen, I done tapped back into my teenager days, bro, playing this game, because not only did I not touch grass over the weekend, I don't think I touched running water over this past weekend. Like,
you saying you wash your ass? Come on, Jay, man, you got tired of washing ass.
I did it, bro. Like I played that game so crazy. Like I really woke up, played it. Like I thought I was just gonna be on it for a few hours. I think Saturday I woke up at like 11. I thought I was gonna be on it for a couple hours, and then I looked at the clock. It was 8 o'clock at night. I was like, "Oh shit!"
All I'm gonna say, I ain't trying to expose myself too much, but all I'm gonna say is sometimes, let's say if I wake up mad early to play that, I might touch a controller before I touch a toothbrush. That's all I'm gonna say, though. Maybe, bro.
That's no fact.
I might touch a controller before I touch a toothbruch. You know what I mean?
Yo, the wife is like, "Yo, we going out tonight." I'm in the bathroom, like, "Yo, is this the first time I'm brushing my teeth today? Like, what the fuck is going on?"
Real
a
time,
game
bro.
ain't done that to me in a minute. So look,
Yeah.
It's been exciting, dog. Like, of course, what you've been playing, but we know what you've been playing. But got any thoughts, any words about what you've been playing?
I finished up God of War, people.
Ooh.
Finished up God of War.
AKA he ain't do no side missions. But,
Oh my god, bro! Oh my god, bro! I finished up God of War. It took me 30 hours to complete the main game and some side missions, J-Main. And
That's
I'm
crazy.
still playing the game as we speak, because obviously you could circle back and do things as well. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still experiencing God of War. My review should be out tomorrow morning. Pray for me. I'm about to stay up and finish up the last bits of recording that I need to do, the audios and the visual. It's some of my best work in terms of production, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. Just tune in, man. Support your boy.
Yeah.
PlayStation also sent me over Miles Morales. So
the PC joint,
the PC version, a couple of days
Nice.
ago. But I've been playing God of War, so I haven't really been able to dive deep on the PC version. I did fire it up, and I do got a quick little video drop in tomorrow as well of some benchmarks of Spider-Man Miles Morales as well, and I'll probably talk about it a little bit later. So that's all I've been doing, man. It's been, like you said, straight up God of War. You know what, Jamie? I've been missing Call of Duty, low key. I've been missing Call of Duty. I've been missing.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna definitely lock back in once I'm done with God of War. Like,
Me
I'm
too.
going straight back to Call of Duty, because I played, like, I beat the campaign, of course, but I was playing like a little bit of the multiplayer. I was enjoying that shit. Like, a lot of people say they don't like it this year, but that shit fun to me. Like,
Nah.
We gotta fuck with some Warzone. Like, we gotta link up and play some Warzone too,
Bro.
because I think that'll be fun. Now, this year's Warzone is looking fun.
It
as
looks
hell.
it looks good.
2.0 and shit. Like, that proximity chat be having me crying.
Oh my god, the clips I've been seeing on Twitter, absolutely hilarious, yo. People are saying that, yo, let's drop the gun and let's do a 1v1 real quick, a brawl. Have you seen that one?
box it up.
Just
Yeah,
box it
yeah.
up. That's hilarious. So I'm somebody who been on record saying that, like, low-key battle royales give me anxiety, because I'm just scared to pop out, and like, low-key gives me anxiety. I'm scared to pop out. Man's always camping, shoot you up, and you gotta start all over and stuff like that. But Warzone is looking a lot of fun, so I'm definitely want to dive deeper into that, as well as more just regular multiplayer. And you've been saying, like, people be shitting on it, but low-key, people be on that game. The most people that talk the most shit about Call of Duty that I know play it the most too. That's a funny thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like not a love. It's like
It's just a toxic relationship with the game, bro.
Yeah,
It's like a
there you
love hate.
go.
It's just a little toxic relationship. Like you hate
Definitely a
things about it,
toxic
but you love it
relation-
at the same
Yeah,
time. You know,
because
like
you can't deny that gameplay loop. Like that shit
it's
is
fun.
just-
It's fun.
It's
fun.
just it scratches that itch, like that fast twitchy shooter itch that everybody fucking has. Like it has it there at its core. So you know, people can't front on that. And like we just said, that Warzone is
Yeah.
looking
Did you
fantastic.
Did you check your stats? They dropped the stats update. So
Yeah.
you can see how's your stats looking. I want to see if it's
My shit's just trash. I think my KD is definitely under a 1 on that shit.
So I'm up
like
on
a
you then.
point-
I'm up on you.
It's
I'm
like
up
a
on you.
0.98 or
Yes,
some
sir.
shit like that.
Yes, sir.
That shit is terrible.
I don't have the craziest KD, and I've been on record saying that like these days I'm a COD casual. I don't even buy COD every year. But out of 138 games, I think my KD was 1.02. So I'm holding on for my life at this point. Like low key, if I die 30 more times, I'm gonna be negative. But so far I'm a 1.02 right now on the KD list, so I'm happy about that at least. You know,
But it's
I've been
not
having
even
a
like
lot
it
of fun,
used to
man.
be with the like. I remember back in like not Modern Warfare 2, World at
Which one?
War, Modern Warfare 2. Like I used to have a KD around like a 2, almost like a 3 sometimes.
No, you die too easily in this. You died way
You
too
did.
easily.
You
now,
die
too.
way
No.
too, and then it's like way more campers. It feels like this time. So it's like it's way too hard to like maintain a high ass KD.
That's
And then
facts.
You got
That's a fact.
the skill based matchmaking, so you play with motherfucking sweats
That's a
every
fact.
time and shit like that. So I'm not even tripping off the KD.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
this
yeah.
game like that.
Yeah, that's a fact. You pretty much like nailed it because exactly what you said, yo. The skill-based matchmaking, you have an excellent game. You go crazy. You drop 20, 25, drop 30. The next game you playing, you fucking going 5 and 10, 5 and 15. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to keep up like a really high KD ratio in Call of Duty nowadays, like you've been saying. Like unless you play like a legit scumbag, like for real, for real. You have to just play like
if
and
you
I don't
run
play
with
like
a
that.
team or some shit like that.
Yeah, I be streaming and shit, and people could test. I move around, I run around. That's
too.
my playing style. Like I like running around with the AK, shooting mans up and stuff like that. So I'm a little bit nervous since I haven't played in a while since God of War came out. That when I hop back on, you know what I mean? I'll go get
Gonna be
my
a little
ass
bit of a
whooped.
bum.
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous because since I started playing day one, I was doing all right, man. I'm not doing the worst. I'm doing all right. So.
Right.
Hopefully, you know, the
You might
skills
be a little bum,
maintained.
but and you'll get it back together though.
Get it
once,
back,
once,
yeah.
once shit get flowing and get going. But
Yes, sir.
shit. Speaking of Call of Duty, shit. Let's get into shit. The first topic I had on my list was the MPDs. You know, I'm a numbers guy. I'm a sales guy. So
Numbers man.
I do like to pay attention to these things, and not just because I care about the industry's pockets, but I like to see the health of the industry and see what you frauds is saying on the timeline not match up what these charts are saying. So for the October 22 MPD, the list I have here, basically they stated that PlayStation 5 was the best selling hardware, both units and
Impossible,
dollars-wise.
Jamie. Impossible,
Yeah.
bro. Spider-Man's
Could you
coming out
believe
on PC, bro. How, bro?
This week.
How? Spider-Man's coming on PC. How is that a possibility, bro? All these PC releases, people are still buying PlayStations? Come on, Jamie. That's craziness.
To keep it a buck, not only is Spider-Man coming out on PC this week,
Tomorrow,
but
actually.
Spider-Man is actually on PS5, PS4 is still one of the best 20 selling games of the year.
That's great. That's great.
It's number 20, but it's still on the chart. So people still,
That's good.
still even
So-
buying that game
so
2
buying
years
it.
later.
That's great.
Still buying it.
And
but,
it's going to do even better. That's great.
You love it. But the Call of Duty was the best-selling game of the month, to nobody's surprise. That came in at number 1, and number 2 was actually Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights.
I knew it. I wasn't shocked.
Second best-selling game of the month.
J-Main, bro. Based off just IP alone, like it's easy money. No matter the quality of the game, it's freaking Batman. I already knew.
Yep.
I think I had this conversation with somebody else, whether it was on a pod or in a Discord or what live stream, whatever. But I wouldn't bet against this game doing bad sales wise. Critically, I already knew it was gonna bomb, but sales wise, I knew it was gonna do well just because it's literally Batman. You know.
Yeah.
So that's expected to me.
Yeah. So to shout off a couple of new entries for the month, another new title was NHL 23, which is the hockey game that came in at number 5. Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope was number 6. That was also a new
Not
release in
bad.
October.
Not bad.
Yeah, and that was yeah, like I said, number 6. And Bayonetta 3 came in at number 9 for the month of October. Persona 5 actually shot back up. That's interesting. Wait, oh yeah, because it came out on what was it, Xbox and Switch?
It came out on Xbox, Switch, and PS5.
And
They
PC.
re-released. And
Oh,
PC
and
as well.
PS5.
And
Okay.
PC as well. Yep.
Okay, I wasn't sure if PS5. So PS5 was a new release.
They actually got a new.
updated.
Yeah, it's an updated version of it. It actually, the box art actually says like PS5, it's not the PS4 version. So
Okay.
they just made PS5 versions, Xbox version, Switch, PC. So I'm glad that game is getting even more shine. Like I said, I won't say I'm a Persona fan because I've only literally played one and I really enjoyed one. But I'm a Persona 5 fan though. I really
Now you a
5.
Persona 5 stan.
Yeah. Persona 5 is. I just love that particular game. I tried going back to play Persona 4. I couldn't do it, to be honest.
You never beat 4?
I couldn't do it.
Oh my
I couldn't do
God!
I really fell off.
What didn't you like?
You know what? The gameplay at its core it has a lot of similarities, right? But it just feels like the quality of life stuff. Obviously, the newest entry has more features and stuff like that you can do, right? In the newer entry, so. I think I like the cast of characters didn't really grab me as much either as the Persona 5 cast of characters. I actually think, from what I played the P4, I prefer the P5 cast of characters. I know some might say that's crazy, but
yeah, that's crazy.
It is what it is.
It's like half and half for me. Like there's certain characters in 5 I prefer over 4, and then 4 is like characters in 4 I prefer over 5. So it's not like
the girls in the game are lame, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. The girls in the game are lame, bro. The girl with the Jet Li haircut, bro. What's her name again?
Chie?
Oh my God. She's so annoying, bro. She's so annoying.
Chie is best girl, bro. No,
what?
Chie is
She's
best
so
girl.
annoying, bro.
No,
oh
she
my
lit.
God,
I like Chie.
bro.
She TTG.
Really?
She trained to go. And I like Teddy better than Morgana. I definitely like Teddy better than Morgana.
Really?
Facts. Yeah. But Joker I do like better than the main protagonist in 4. But Persona 5, like I wouldn't see myself going back to Persona 3. But
I need
Persona
a remake before
4,
I touch that
and Persona
shit.
4 I played first. So I guess
maybe that's why.
understand.
Honestly, J-Man, maybe I should have played Persona 4 first before playing 5. I feel like it's hard to go backwards. After you experience something like this, how am I supposed to regress with, like I said, the base at its core is very similar in terms of the gameplay loop, right? It's very similar. But
Yeah.
all the new additions, now I'm just playing I feel like I'm playing a lesser version of it. So I don't know, man.
You technically are. Like the side activities and stuff too were better. I think in Persona 5, but it's dope as hell to see the game resurface back with the re-release.
Yeah.
Definitely go play that if you haven't. And Bayonetta 3, have you played Bayonetta 3 yet?
I told you on the last time I can't touch it, bro. I can't touch it on the Switch.
It hasn't been fixed.
I can't touch it, and I haven't tried it on Yuzu in a while, so I'm just focusing on God of War right now and stuff like that. But I'm gonna get to Bayonetta 3 a little bit later. I'm not, to be honest, after firing it up and playing it on the Switch for a bit and seeing how bad it was running, it kind of just turned me off, bro. So I'm gonna get to it when I get to it. At this point, I'm gonna get to it when I get to it.
Cool. I mean, and to pretty much wrap up the sales for October as well as 2022, I just want to mention that Call of Duty, after 1 month on the charts,
Second
it
place.
already shot up to second place for the year.
Elden Ring is fighting for its life, yo. I think next month it might be over, bro.
I think so.
I think next month it might be. Yo, Elden Ring was a top-selling game in the United States of America for months, people. And we actually just got a new sales update saying that it has 17.3 or 5 million. It sold 17.3 or 5. Something like that. Million
17.5 it was.
17.5 million units since release. And that's absolutely incredible from Soft Game. Like their trajectory has been through the roof. You know what I mean? Like with each game releases, it seems like they're selling even more and more copies. So at this point, Dark Souls, from Soft Games, they're mainstream. It's not even a niche thing. They're definitely mainstream games now because there's very popular IPs that don't even sell this much. You know what I mean? So that's very impressive.
You think it's gonna hit 20 million before the year is over?
Before the year, I doubt it. No. But it will cross 20 million sales 100%. And if
So
they ever
I
drop
guess
a DLC for this, J-Man, that's going
that's what I was
crazy.
about to say. So
They-
if they do a fire ass like sale like for this holiday season, where they have it on sale for maybe $30, $20 or some shit like that, that could push it over. Or if they announce some DLC, if they announce DLC, it'll probably be at the Game Awards. So within its first year, so that would be February 2023, I think it will hit 20 million within the first year of it being on market. If it does that shit before the year's over, which means before the first year, this genre, this style of game, it's out of here. It's out of here, bro.
At this point, I already think it's out of here. I got a question for you, actually. The PlayStation VR 2 went up for pre-orders, right?
Yes. Got mine today.
Is it sold out in the U.S. market? I'm actually pretty curious. Like, if you go to like Best Buy, Amazon, Walmart, are they sold out? Or are they still available? Because I just checked today. I have no intentions of paying for it right now. I'm not ready for that right now. But it was still available to buy over here. I'm just curious. Is this like sold out in the United States of America, like in most places?
Was it available on those other markets? I don't know.
No, over here it's available. That's what I'm saying. It seems like it's available.
So on Amazon and Best Buy and shit like that is available?
I checked Best Buy, and it was available for pre-order. All models was available. I'm just curious if it's the same for y'all over there in the States.
I only thought it was available on PlayStation Direct over here. That's who I had to pre-order it through, but I never checked. Okay. I never checked like Amazon or Best Buy.
I'm just curious how it's selling, because with products like the PS5, when that was initially like those things were sold out pretty much immediately in the Series X one day or launch. I'm curious if PlayStation VR at its price point are pre-orders widely still available. Because usually, if it's something that's in stupid high demand, after 28, 24, 48 hours, the shit is gone. Pretty much it's sold out, right? So I'm just really I'm just curious on like just the demand right now for it over here in Canada, at least with Best Buy. And when I've checked like it seems like it's still available for pre-order. I was just curious, if it's like that for y'all.
For us, I only see it on PlayStation Direct, and I think the pre-orders went available like 2 days ago. And I pre-ordered mine today. So the fact that it was even still available on PlayStation Direct for me to pre-order today, I think it's probably still like widely available.
You don't think it's moving like crazy, like crazy, right? Like to the point. I'm very curious on how it's gonna do.
They can expect it to at that point. At that price, I don't think Sony's expectations should be for them to be selling out like that. Like the PS, like people said, like the PS5 is pretty much 500. This shit is 500. So it's like, it's expensive. It's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. The original joint was like cheaper, at least by itself.
Because you could buy it in different models, right? Because there's different packages. You could just buy the headset. You could buy the headset with the controllers,
Right. So I don't think they should expect this shit to sell out. And I don't think it will. I don't think this is going to be a slow burn. Hopefully they get some more games too that entice the crowd, because I'm only seeing maybe like 2 or 3 games that I want to get initially. And that's probably about it.
I went to go look at it. The reason why I'm bringing it up, I went to go look at it and I was just surprised to see pre-order still up. I'm like, okay. Then I looked at the price. The Canadian price says $819 for the I'm like, holy fuck. I'm like, crazy. I don't know if I could stomach it, bro. It's too much, bro. It costs too much, bro. I got it like that, bro.
Do a rental.
That's crazy. Yo, shout out to the 92 people currently in here in the chat. I appreciate everyone tuning in to the pod. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the conversations. The boys are back doing what they do best, podding for y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Would really, really appreciate it, man. You know what I mean? We got a small knit community in here. Let's get the likes up, man. Let's try and get 100 likes by the end of the live stream. I would really appreciate it. All right, J-Main. What else is on today's docket?
So sticking with sales really quick, God of War Ragnarok. And let me preface my comments before I say this, so everybody don't get too crazy. And you don't think this is worldwide. God of War Ragnarok launch sales were bigger than Call of Duty, Elden Ring, and Pokemon. Okay, the sales were bigger than all 3 of those games at launch in the UK.
In the UK.
In the UK. Okay, so the UK is a small sample size. When they actually, like, people would bring up the UK a lot when trying to diss on Xbox. And me being a numbers guy, I was like, but we don't really know like what the numbers are in the UK. The UK ain't this big ass region where we can kind of be like, all right, this is a good prediction on what the world is doing. And then they actually
Yeah.
came out with the numbers for the UK, and them shits is so small, it's almost negligible. Like you could pretty much almost ignore it in the grand scheme of
Scheme
things.
of things,
But
yeah.
if you just looking at it, comparing it to what each individual game did prior, I guess you can make a little bit of a narrative about God of War, selling much better than the 2018 game did.
Yeah.
Ragnarok selling much better because it was the biggest launch. I think they said it outsold the God of War God of War 2018 like first week sales. I think it outsold it in like the first 24 hours or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
until Sony gives us numbers, and I don't know what the fuck is going on with Sony. They haven't gave us solid sales numbers since shit.
You know what?
I don't know. I don't even know when.
You know what? Yeah,
Ratchet and Clank?
maybe they're moving on from that style of you know how Microsoft does it. They only really focus on engagement and stuff like that. And I think the thing with Sony is they do give out numbers just during their like quarterly reports and stuff like that. Like you sometimes just gotta wait to the quarterly, then we get an update on how well a game did. Like I know before Ragnarok came out, we got like another update on God of War, how it sold like 23 million copies and stuff like that. But like you're saying, usually when I see these articles about UK, the best selling UK, I never really be retweeting those things or making a big deal out of those things because like you said, not to say the market is not important, but it's very small in the grand scheme of things. I do like when they come out and tell us like worldwide sales numbers, ship numbers and stuff like that to get. But God of War, I'm pretty sure it's doing incredible everywhere. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure. I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast and freaking dudes were talking about it on the Joe Budden podcast.
Oh yeah,
like Ice was talking about it. So I'm like, if Joe Budden fans are talking about it like this, I'm like, this game is gonna be a huge game. It's like by the first time I heard them talk about a video game, bro. You know what I mean? So
for that long at least, definitely was like the first time they let motherfuckers.
I'm like God of War. Man, are talking about God of War on the Joe Budden podcast. What the hell? Like Ice? Like,
yeah,
what? I'm like,
it was everywhere. Like I was looking at my friends list on PlayStation and shit like the first weekend, and almost everybody was playing that shit and. It was all over my Facebook and shit like that. So I'm pretty sure it's doing well. I had predicted that it would outsell The Last of Us first 3 days, which was like 4 million. But they haven't announced anything about that yet. So I don't know. I don't know. I feel like they would announce something like that just because it's like another milestone. You know what I'm saying?
No, we're gonna get a number sooner or later. You know what I mean? PlayStation gonna come out and give us a number. God of War Ragnarok. I do want to say this after completing the game. It's definitely Sony Santa Monica over Naughty Dog today.
Ooh.
They're the better studio. It's without a doubt. They're the better studio. I'm sorry. Sorry to tell y'all that, but they're the better studio.
See, I'm not. I'm like halfway done with the story.
Without a doubt.
But I can't agree. I can't agree.
They make better video games. They make better video games. That's all.
I can't agree.
I think so.
I can't because
I think so.
I hope this is not I don't want it to be a spoiler. A lot of Naughty Dog's DNA is in Santa Monica's God of War.
I see what you're trying to say.
Rebrand. It's a lot of Naughty Dog DNA in there.
I see what you're trying to say.
And that's why I can't put them over.
But I think
Naughty Dog.
I think from a gameplay perspective, I think Santa Monica definitely got the game. I will agree with you where Naughty Dog definitely set a precedent, I think, in the entire gaming industry. They set like kind of a standard of how a cinematic action adventure game should look like. I think they were kind of like the base template, like the OGs. So I definitely do agree with you if you're saying that you see like Naughty Dog DNA in the God of War. But I think how they handled God of War Ragnarok, how they handled the story and everything, respected the characters and how they handled everything. I'm like, no, they have surpassed Naughty Dog to me. And from the gameplay perspective, I think there's a lot more going on for this than any kind of Naughty Dog game that I've played, to be honest. Because if we look back and we look at like Uncharted gameplay loop, if we go back and look at like a Last of Us gameplay loop, they're they're not really advanced type of games. You know what I mean? They're what makes them special and incredible is how they're able to execute these amazing narrative in a very simplistic gameplay fashion. That's how I see them. Like I enjoy them. I'm not taking anything away from them, but I think when it comes to making video games, even looking at the gameplay perspective, I think Santa Monica does a better job. And I think they proved that to me personally with God of War Ragnarok. I'm not saying Naughty Dog can't create something that could sway them above Santa Monica with their next release, but I definitely want to see them up it. You know what I mean? I want to see them up it after playing God of War Ragnarok. Right now, Santa Monica's sitting at the number 1 spot for me personally as the best PlayStation studio right now in the game right now. I think so.
I wonder if I'm gonna feel like that by the time I beat it, because right now I like I said, I don't feel like that because of what I feel about the DNA being in there. But I can agree with you on the gameplay part. Like I feel like Naughty Dog didn't step up their gameplay until we got to Last of Us Part 2. Like that's when I feel like their gameplay
started adding some more gameplay elements and mechanics to the game, because if you really go back and look at their games, they're great games, but as from a gameplay perspective, they're very simple. Like they're simple. It's like whack-a-mole. They're literally very simple when it comes to gameplay. Cover, you pop up and you shoot. That's how all the Uncharted games. Don't get me wrong, I love Uncharted, but what we love them is the amazing set pieces that they've done. Like once again, they're the blueprint for that. They started that. They got the set pieces. It's amazing, but once again,
attention to detail too.
Attention to detail. Their story, their narratives are always really good and stuff like that. You know, I know some people don't like The Last of Us Part 2. Me, I still think the original is way better than Part 2 personally, at least from a narrative perspective. But they did do a lot of dope gameplay improvements in Part 2 that I will say. But I think Santa Monica got it, bro. I think they make better video games to play, like to enjoy. I think they make better video games so far.
I mean, I guess I don't think that's too much of a hot take.
I don't think that's a crazy hot take. I think they're both. I don't think that's a crazy hot take.
The top two. That shit. The hot take I saw on the timeline this morning was some. Shout out to my guy Strictly.
I think I seen that tweet. Shout out to Strictly,
Horizon Forbidden West was his game of the year, and it's like the bar for games this year, including God of War Ragnarok. I'm like, nigga, I don't know what the hell you playing.
Listen.
I love Horizon Forbidden West, but nah.
I'm the known, what's it called, quote unquote Horizon hater, but we gotta keep it a buck, bro. I still haven't even finished that game, and I need to go back to that shit. I still haven't. Hate. Horizon.
That's hate.
Is the best kind of Ubisoft game. It's a polished Ubisoft game.
That's a fact.
It's a polished Ubisoft game.
That's a fact. It's the best Ubisoft game out there.
It's the best Ubisoft game that you can play, bro. And for me, I'm kind of tired of Ubisoft games. That's the point of the thing. Like I'm kind of a little tired of Ubisoft style games. That's why I just maybe can't see. After I got past the beautiful visuals, which is undeniably beautiful game, right? Even for a cross-gen. I just when I sit there and I play the gameplay loop and I open up the map and it just instantly, I feel like you just got to be in a real mood to play games like that. You got to be in the right mindset and stuff like that. But Horizon Forbidden West over God of War, hey, it's his personal opinion. We all got opinions. For me, I think that's totally ludicrous. I think God of War is better than it in all levels, personally.
I got a question for you then, because I've been seeing a narrative on the timeline about the puzzles in God of War Ragnarok. And I know like last week we had some people talking about how like it's a lot of puzzles in the game, like to the point where it throws off the pacing, or it's a cumbersome to get through, because every turn or twist you take, there's a puzzle right in front of you to try and overcome before you get on to the next thing. As somebody who beat the game, I guess without spoiling shit, of course we're not gonna do no spoilers today. How do you feel about the ratio of like puzzles to combat in this game?
Honestly,
in Ragnarok.
As for me experiencing the puzzles, I thought the puzzles was fine. Some puzzles are obviously optional. Like when it comes to getting the health upgrades, the Spartan Rage upgrades, you could skip by those if you really don't want to do it. Some puzzles you actually have to stop and do it. The ones that you actually have to do to progress is what they're complaining about. I really felt like that thought never crossed my mind playing throughout my whole playthrough. That thought never like, I'm doing too much puzzles. What did cross my mind is when I'm actually a little bit stumped on one, that your NPCs kind of talk a little too much. So the fact that they're trying to help me, that's the only thing that I had a complaint with a little bit. Like, come on, God, I want to think about this, because it's a nice change of pace sometimes. Like I want to actually try and solve this puzzle myself. But the NPC, after being there for like literally 2 minutes, the NPC's like, "Oh, what about if you moved it?" That's the only thing that's a little bit annoying, bro.
That's like, look over here, like,
yeah, look over here, bro. Like, let me solve it myself, please. Thank you very much.
Some of the NPCs, even in the fights, when you're fighting like a boss or some shit like that, they'll be talking to you about how to beat the boss in the middle of the boss fight. I'm like, dog, can y'all like chill? Like, man. Damn, like I got this. Man. Like I thought I found a feature to actually cut that back because I know Horizon Forbidden West had the same problem where people was complaining about the NPCs or just the game in general, like the main character telling you what to do when you get to
like
a
holding your hand and a little bit too much. Sometimes
and I don't feel like the puzzles. Yeah, and I don't feel like the games in this puzzles are. I mean, the puzzles in this game are even that hard for them to even
they're
need to be helping you. Like the side missions to me have like tougher puzzles than the main missions. But even then, it's like I might be stumped for a little bit, but I'm gonna figure it out. Like I'm a big boy. Like just let me, you know what I mean? Let me get through it without the NPC saying much. But for the people complaining about puzzles in God of War, I ultimately have to question, when did you start playing God of War? Because God of War
it's always been in there. Even the old games too.
Going back to God of War 1, bro, it's literally you fight a group of enemies, you move on to the next area, puzzle. You get through the puzzle, you might have to fight a group of more enemies, you might even come back across another puzzle and then like a boss fight to finish the area off. Like that's always been the gameplay loop. So
it's always been.
I don't understand like what else they wanted them to do with it. Like there has to be
I have an issue. I love God of War Ragnarok, but I do have an issue, and it ain't that. And I'm gonna be talking, like I said, my review will contain mild spoilers. Pretty much all the footage that I recorded is probably only up to like 60% of the game, so I won't be showing any footage after that because I feel like that's some of the best footage come on later on in the game, and I don't want to spoil that for people. My problem with God of War is there's some parts of the game I already could tell is gonna be really annoying to replay. Really annoying play. And I know you have passed this part, and all I'm gonna say is by tomorrow, after tomorrow I'm talking about this shit, by the way, guys.
I'm gonna say we definitely
next show I'm talking about this shit, so y'all get to playing the game, right? And all I'm gonna say is J-Main and Graboda section, that whole part, that's all I'm gonna say. I could tell that's gonna be really annoying to play a second time. There's some parts of the game that they go on a little too long, and I'll talk about it a little bit more in my review. And I think it has pockets where there's a little bit of pacing issues. I think if I were to complain about God of War, that would be my complaint. That there would be little pockets here where like, okay, like this moment it kind of is overstaying its welcome a little bit, but we'll talk about that a little bit further. I think that's probably be one of my complaints a little bit.
I love that part. I understand where people coming from with the pace and stuff. I don't think it was as bad as what I guess what Naughty Dog has some issues with pacing and stuff like that, because I feel like they broke it up really good in terms of it might be slow and then it ramps up. And
I see what you're talking about, because there's little combat sections within that area, but I just felt like that whole part. I can't help it, but I just go by my feelings, right? At one point, I felt like, okay, can we move on? Like, I had that feeling. So that's what I'm saying. I felt like, the pacing there, I wish it was a little bit faster. Can you imagine this on the replay? I think that's the only, like, that's like also a criticism for this new age God of War also is after, what's nice about it is, there is end game kind of content, but after you complete the game, It's a hard replay. I'm somebody who likes replaying games, and you already guys know that about me. I like revisiting games all the time, and I feel like games like this, you need a longer period of time to wait before you can really replay it again, because just the style of game is you can't really skip none. Where prior God of Wars, I feel like a God of War 3, a God of War 2, the replay value of those games are way better than anything in the new games to me personally, just because it's the style of game. Because it's the style of game it is, right? So it's easy just to jump back on it and play, and you could complete the whole game. You put it on one of the difficulties, you could beat the game in 12, 15 hours and you're done. You know what I mean? It's just easier to replay.
That'd be my beef with replaying games in general, because a perfect example for that part that we're talking about. The reason why I loved it so much is because I didn't know what was going to happen. I just had my thoughts and opinions on what was going to happen next. So when the shit did get broken up, and that part happened where you're like, oh shit, it's really about to happen. Like, we really about to do this, and we get to experience it with the controller. That was a surprise, so it kept me engaged. If I know that's gonna happen on the second playthrough, that part probably gonna be boring as fuck. It's probably gonna be boring because I know it's gonna happen.
I think it's just, there's different types of gamers out there, different people types. Like, I know you're one of them. I believe BG's one of them that, like, they say that they hate revisiting games. After you beat a game, you're kind of done with it. You don't want to really replay that game unless it's like a remake of a classic that's coming back after some years.
Or like a PC release will probably get me back.
Yeah, see, for me, I played like Sekiro like literally 4 or 5 times already. I've played it from front to back 4 or 5 times because just how I already know how the boss fights go. I already know what the strategies to do already to progress. But the thing is, I have a really deep appreciation just for, the gameplay mechanics and how this shit works. It's just literally fun. It's just literally pure fun. That's why I think, and some developers actually strive for that. I could tell, like, with a game like Sifu, that these guys created that game in the sense that once you learn it, you can run through it in a couple hours, even minutes, like an hour. You could beat the entire game. But for the first time you're playing that game and you're learning the moves and getting used to the controls, it might take you some time because it's difficult. But once you get a mastery of the game, then it's just you just have so much fun with it and with the gameplay mechanics and stuff like that. And I really do love games that offer that kind of replayability value, and they actually think about the player. With Ragnarok, I feel like it's one of those games that they don't really think about the player in the sense of replayability because, like I said, there's a lot of sections that you can't really skip anything. There's a lot of sections that is a lot of slowdown that it seems like it's meant to be experienced that one time. Because after that, after you play a section like this again, it's not really going to be as enjoyable. But yeah, man. Yeah. I guess it's just a different styles of game, like it's just different styles, bro. And
I think that's you guys can kind of blame Naughty Dog for that when they introduced this whole like cinematic narrative aspect to game and then took it to that next level because like what you're describing is like how games used to be and even like what arcades used to provide is that replayability. But King Kovu in the chat, shout out to my boy. He brought up a good point. Like I think for these style of games, that's probably why they don't launch it with a new game plus, because when they do launch it, they want to make it an event for gamers to go back and play it again. Whereas if they had it from the jump, people probably just ignore it and be like, all right, I kind of don't want to replay that right now. I may come back to it later. But when they launch it as a separate like feature later, months later, it's like, oh shit, yeah, I can go back to that now. It's been a few months. I do want to replay it. Let me try it out on this difficulty, yada yada. So definitely interesting, thing to look at.
Okay, we got a super chat that I want to read. This one's from Captain Sidekick. He says, after finishing the game, I watched Maximilian Dud stream, and he said that everyone who streamed God of War 2018 lost 25% viewers when they streamed Ragnarok because everyone just wanted to play it instead. Yes, and this is why I believe there's no photo mode in the game at launch. It's clearly coming at post-launch because I know that they didn't want to encourage sharing screenshots at least when the game first releases. That's why the game offers no photo mode. It's definitely coming in a patch, and I know this is it's not something that they couldn't do, but it's strategic. It's 100% strategic move, so people are not oversharing. Because when you're out of photo mode, then people are going to start oversharing, what's happening on the timeline and taking all these fancy pictures, and they probably don't want to. They probably want to wait a little bit until more people complete the game before they release a patch with like photo mode, like you said. So that's 100% it is. I know they didn't forget about this. I know for a fact, I can bet money it's a strategic thing that they did, will not include in the photo mode in God of War Ragnarok at launch. 100%.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah, that's a good point.
100%.
That is a good point. So,
yes,
by next week, prepare to hear.
We're talking about God of War, bro. We're talking about spoilers.
I think everybody will have it beat by then. And
if not, don't watch the pod. Come back later. We're talking about spoilers. I'm letting y'all know from right now.
We definitely gotta get into it. So,
yep, a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Real quick, 61 likes, man. Y'all doing good, man. Y'all could do even better though. I believe so. Let's get 70 real quick. Let's get 80. Let's get 100 likes in the chat. Hopefully, you guys enjoying the conversation. That's what I like about one-on-one conversations. Targeted, focus, not too messy, clean. And, we're going to be out of here in a nice, decent time. All right. So, J-Main.
Absolutely.
What else is next?
Yeah. So, we had some sad news actually over the past week. We lost the legend, one of the goats, especially with this voice acting. Our guy Kevin Conroy passed away at the age of 66. So yeah, if you don't know, Kevin Conroy, of course, has voiced many Batman, characters across media, whether it's the animated series or if you played the Arkham games. He was the voice of Batman in those games as well. So very sad news to hear, and absolutely want to send the condolences to his family, friends, loved ones, and just a rest in peace to somebody who
Yeah.
I've enjoyed. I mean, Batman the animated series was easily one of my favorite
Classic
shows
show
to
back
watch
in the day.
as a kid. Yeah, like when it comes to like those cartoons from the superheroes, it's that like Spider-Man and shit, but those was like my top two right there. And then the Arkham games, one of the pillars when it comes to superhero games, and the template these days for what people follow when it comes to making them. And he brought that character to life, between the sticks. So definitely rest in peace to that man.
Yeah. R.I.P. R.I.P. Like you said, very influential person, affected a lot of people. You know what I mean? When they heard the news that he passed, like Jamie said, a lot of us were fans of the Arkham series and his work with Batman the animated series and stuff like that. So just R.I.P. man. He died at age 66, I believe, and that's still too young for me, man.
Definitely young.
I know you're old, but he's too young for me, man. I like to see people go at like 80. You know what I mean? That's what I like to see. Around the 80s, and you know what I mean? Let our legends live a little bit longer, man. So I wish the best health for everybody, bro. I wish the best health for everybody, for real talk.
Yeah, it's like the Kevin Conroy thing. Like, I usually don't get how could I say it, like too attached to voices, to characters and shit like that. But I think that's gonna be one that you're gonna like absolutely notice. Like if they, were to even like
switch,
I don't
they switch.
yeah,
It,
like
yeah.
he wasn't the Batman voice in Gotham Knights, I don't believe. And I'm sure that's noticeable, but like that's good. It's iconic. Like that voice that's like he's Batman. So it's like that's going to definitely be a hard one to either replace or even get over in general when they start putting different people in that position. So tough loss.
Yeah. Well, speaking on loss, to segue is on last Thursday I told you, after the podcast, your boy was gonna go watch Batman. I mean, not Batman. Black
Batman.
Panther. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. And I
Not
watched
sure
the
if there
film.
was a man at all in that movie, actually.
Bro, don't even get me started, bro. Don't even get me started, bro. This shit, bro. Don't get me started. Holy. I want to really talk about this and go crazy. I want to go crazy, but I'm going to respect the people that haven't watched the film and plan to watch it. So I'm going to talk in code as best as I can and avoid spoilers. J-Man, have you seen Wakanda Forever? Black Panther,
Yes,
Wakanda
I have.
Forever. J-Man,
Yes,
what did
I
you think of
have.
the movie?
I actually liked it. Minus the movie theater experience that I had, where the fucking the whole shit went blackout like halfway through the shit for like
Shit, I
a
wish
good.
mine went blacked out, bro. Holy.
They took, what I mean, they took the Black Panther to the next level. It was a whole new experience. The whole shit went black, dark as hell in the theater. Low key, I got nervous. But then I had to calm down because I looked around and I saw
Yes,
black
sir.
people. So I'm like, all right, nobody gonna go too crazy up here.
Yeah, I know what scenario you talking about. To R.I.P. to
I
those
was
theater
like-
goers, bro. That shit
Yeah,
was
I'm
nuts.
like,
That
yo,
shit was
this
nuts,
shit-
bro. I'm hitting the floor immediately if I see some. Yo,
Yeah.
holy. Nah,
Yeah, I
that's
got
crazy.
scared, but I'm like, all right, we good. But I actually enjoyed the movie. Like in terms of like the story, I felt like what Ryan Coogler was able to do with it based on the circumstances that are at hand with the passing of Chadwick Boseman. I thought he did a good job. I don't feel like the movie strayed away too much from what the first one even introduced in terms of the characters that they highlighted in the second movie. I also thought the reasoning behind why certain characters did what they did or became who they became, I thought made sense. And I didn't feel like it was forced. It wasn't something that even that character wanted to be. They kind of neglected the whole the whole thing until it came to a point in time. And even that, they presented also some new internal struggles. I thought the action in this movie was better than the first one. I really loved the fighting in this movie. Like I thought,
What?
yes, I thought the combat in this movie was incredible. especially that bridge scene. And I know you know what I'm talking about. The bridge scene with what's her name? With Okoye. And she's fighting against the one of the blue people. I can't even remember his name. But I thought that shit was amazing. And I thought the way they set up the future was perfect. I can't talk about this without spoiling. So I like the way they set up the future. That's all I'm gonna say.
J-Main.
Yes.
Black Panther, Wakanda, forever. I'm gonna start off with my grievances right away. I feel like they didn't pay enough respect to Chadwick Boseman. That's how I feel. That's how I honestly feel. I
don't know how much more they could have done.
With the
way they.
We all know, we've seen the trailers. There was a funeral scene. I felt like it was extremely lackluster and rushed and very quick. I was fully prepared to pull up to this theater to shed a tear.
Okay.
And I was fully prepared to shed some tears at this theater. So I'm pulling up. I'm watching them do this ceremony. And it's over in a few minutes. I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Obviously, it's a theme throughout the movie that the king is dead. The best part of the movie, the best performance of the movie, is by Angela Bassett.
Bassett, but yeah.
Bassett. I apologize. She absolutely killed every scene that she was featured in. So she was the highlight of the movie to me when I was watching it. The movie went on too long, J-Main. The movie went on way too long. I thought the pacing was mid and pretty bad. I also felt like the visuals in comparison to the original Black Panther was extremely mid. The visuals in the first... I'm saying that again. The visuals in the original Black Panther is better. Just the cinematography, the thing is way better than the original Black Panther.
The whole visual part of Talokan, when they like down under the water, bro, that shit was some of the best cinematography I've ever seen in my life. That underwater civilization part was beautiful. I don't know what tops that in the first one. I'm really trying to think, like, what tops that in the first one? That shit was amazing.
Another grievance that I have, Riri Richards. I don't fuck with her, bro.
What you didn't like? You didn't feel like she fit?
First of all, the acting, I wasn't really sold on the character.
It was Disney Channel.
The suit, mega trash. I didn't like it at all. The CGI overall in this film, especially when said person was very trash and it looked very off to me.
I think personally. You need to rewatch the first one. I think you need to rewatch the first one, bro. Rewatch that final fight in the first one with Killmonger and T'Challa, bro. That CGI is ass. Compared to this one.
I overall thought the first movie, honestly, on some real shit, I really thought the first movie was a lot better. And I understand everyone's talking about the circumstances that they're in, but I still feel like, yo, if you're putting something out, I could criticize it, bro. I just feel like, yo, I might just be at a point where I don't go watch MCU movies in the theaters anymore. Not day one.
Wow.
I think I'm at that point. The last couple that I rushed to go watch Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness.
That was okay.
Mid. Thor, mid.
That was, thumbs down.
Spider-Man was only really dope if we keeping it 100%. It was a dope storyline and stuff, but it was really dope only because they brought back the OG. The OG. That's a highlight. The cameos is what kind of drew the people in with the multiverse. With bringing back Andrew Garfield and Tobey. But that's probably the better. One of the better.
Though.
I think that's one of the better ones, though. I will say that, though. I will say Spider-Man has been the better one so far in this quote unquote phase 4. But everything else that they have dropped has been mid. J-Main.
Yeah.
And
so
like you said earlier, real quick, like you said, bro, are you trying to tell me, I understand about representation. Are you trying to tell me that there's no more black men in Wakanda now or something like that? There's 0 black men in Wakanda? Besides M'Baku? Instead of M'Baku, where's the men in the film at? Where's the men in the film at? I'm not trying to say like I have an issue with it being mainly women or anything. Like, that's not even that too. I love the cast of characters there usually, and the homegirl from, I believe she's in The Walking Dead. I forgot her name. I thought she was great too.
Okoye.
Yeah, I thought she was great too. I love the female characters in this, but yo,
And
where's
Lupita
it?
too.
Where? No, they disrespected that character. Where was she the movie?
What you
bro?
mean?
Where was she the whole movie, J man? She barely in the movie, bro.
She came
barely in
halfway
the,
through.
She barely in the movie, bro. She barely in the movie, bro.
Halfway through and was a part of it for the rest of the way.
Nah, I don't like how they did her. I don't like how they did her. I don't like how they did her, bro. She's a great actor, bro.
Arc in the movie where she pretty much.
I know what you're talking about,
bro.
I know what you're talking about, but I felt like for her acting chops and what she's capable of doing, they wasted her. Just like how they wasted Homeboy in the God of War movie. I mean, not God of War. See, you know what I mean? The Thor movie. The Thor movie. They wasted. What's the name?
Talk about
Christian Bale. Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. Yeah.
Christian Bale. I feel like they like, yo, what a waste. What a talented actor, bro. And y'all did him like this, bro.
I don't feel like she was that big of a character to have like this huge role where she should have been there from the beginning. Plus, it makes sense why she wasn't. You know, they do explain it in the story. They do
why
she wasn't there from the jump. So
J-Main, the movie was a solid 6 out of 10 for me.
Oh,
I don't know where would you rank it out of 10? I think that them 90 Rotten Tomatoes is so blown. They always get it wrong. Bro.
I give it an 8.
You give it an 8?
I give it an 8.
What do you give the original Black Panther? What do you give the original?
Probably, I probably gave that an 8 too.
Everybody's. That's what's always interesting having conversations with people, because I've talked to people and they say the original Black Panther they don't fuck with at all. Then I'd be like scratching my head. I feel like that's one of the better MCU.
It was overrated to me. Like in terms of like, not overrated like critically wise, but like the way everybody talks about it. And I know like in terms of like black superheroes, the moment it was. You can't you can't call that overrated, but just the way everybody recalls that movie, I do think people like put a lot of gas on that. I do think people put a lot. Yeah, I think
it's one of the better MCU movies out. If we're saying top 5, I think it's top 5. I think it's top 5 MCU.
Nah, not even close.
I think it makes mine. I think it makes mine.
Nah.
I think it makes mine. Because you know what, me and Addie when we first got together, we binged all the Marvel films because she needed to catch up on some of them, right? So I rewatched a whole lot of Marvel movies, and when I got to Black Panther, it was the movie is definitely better than a whole lot of shit that was happening earlier in the Marvel films. A whole lot.
So do you put it over Civil War?
No, I think it's under Civil War.
What about Winter Soldier?
I don't like Winter Soldier that much.
Really?
Wow.
I don't like
Winter Soldier.
Okay.
It wouldn't even make my top 5. To be honest.
What?
Yep.
Wow.
Winter Soldier don't even make my top 5.
What
I know people
Avengers
swear
1?
about that movie for some reason. I don't even like Avengers 1.
What?
I don't like Avengers 1. I thought that movie was overrated.
Oh my god. Yo, we gotta have like an Avengers like podcast. Like
if we're saying let's hear the top 5. I'm actually curious. So I'm actually curious. What's your top 5? What's your top 5?
So my top 5 is Infinity War is number 1.
Me too. So we share the same we share the same number 1. By the way,
right.
We share the same number.
I'll probably put Civil War as number 2 or Winter Soldier as number 2. Those are interchangeable. So that's like 2 and 3. Avengers 1 will probably be my number 4. And then my number 5, where can I go with my number 5? I want to say I really love the original Iron Man 1.
2 and 3 is trash. The first one is cool. 2 and 3 is trash. The first one, we watching it back. 2 and 3 is trash, bro.
I hated
2 and 3 is trash, bro.
3 was absolutely garbage. I hated it.
It was Tony Stark the whole movie. Like that shit just was weird, bro. He was in the depressed. Like I wasn't fucking with 3 at all. 2 is not that great either. If you really go back and watch, it's really not that great, bro.
Yeah.
The first one is actually alright though. You know, people have a nostalgia. They have a
nostalgia.
It was a good.
Grounded.
Yeah,
it was good acting. You get to see him building his first suit and shit like that. Like I thought.
I think that's it. Was
origin stories that
origin stories was dope. It was dope.
And the MCU.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would probably be my top 5. But Black Panther would probably be in my like 5 through 10. But yeah, like that would. Yeah, damn dog. Like we gotta talk more about.
All right, so for me, Infinity War, definitely number 1. I would say Civil War. Is number 2. I might even put the thing with Endgame has a lot of parts that I don't like, but has some of the best moments in MCU history. You know what I mean? Like it has like
Endgame
the beginning,
was good. The last third of the movie.
No,
That's it.
you know what?
Everything
You know what
else
it is? The
trash.
beginning was fantastic. The middle part was meh. The ending was some of the best peak cinema right there. You know, at least when it comes to MCU standards.
So hold on, but how you gonna knock No Way Home for that? Where they pretty much bringing like all these characters together to create this big cinematic.
No, but
moment.
I said I like that's. I'm just saying that's what carried it. But overall, I do like that movie a lot, though. I'm not saying I didn't like, but I'm just saying the hype surrounding that movie is a lot because Toby's pulling back up, bro. You know what I mean? That's all I was trying to the point that I'm trying to convey. You know what I mean? But I might. It's a battle between literally for me personally is Endgame and Black Panther for the number 3 spot for me personally.
Damn.
Yeah.
I didn't really like Endgame that much overall, but
it's a battle for number 3 is either Black Panther for me or Endgame. It can intertwine. I'll even put Black Panther for there. Number 4 would be like Endgame. And what would be my number 5? Thor Ragnarok might be my number 5.
I like Thor Ragnarok a lot.
Thor Ragnarok would be my number 5 probably. I think that's probably
the
best. That's the one and only good Thor movie that has come out. Thor 1 trash, Thor 2 trash, Love and Thunder trash. Ragnarok was the best. It was the best Thor movie, and it's actually one of the better MCU movies. Period, in my personal opinion.
Back when Hulk was still
my top 5 will look like that. My top 5 will look like that probably.
Yeah,
and maybe Spider-Man No Way Home will come like number 6. Might come like.
What about Guardians? Do you put that anywhere?
I don't like Guardians. I don't like none of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I don't like none of them. Right. That's just my personal take. My personal taste.
Oh,
MCU.
Definitely.
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
I didn't know that about you. Okay.
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. I want y'all in the chat to go watch that movie, and please let me know what y'all think on Twitter or something of Wakanda Forever. I made a tweet about it. It seemed like quite a few people agreed with me. Quite a few people also disagreed with me as well.
Where I agree with you the most is the men. Like even like because I understand like I was saying in my like little recap, like the women in Wakanda are definitely powerful and they deserve the platform that they had.
100%.
But M'Baku in the first movie was also him. Like he was somebody that was not only funny, charismatic, he can box. And they disrespected that nigga in Wakanda Forever. Like that man got his ass whooped, and
you wanted to tuck his tail. You didn't want to fight no more.
Yeah, and he turned into a bitch. Like I didn't like the portrayal of M'Baku. He pretty much became the Hulk. Like he got his ass whooped and was like, "I'm good." You want to go to war with this? Like I'm good.
You know what? I'm gonna watch it again when it hit Disney Plus. I'm gonna watch it again and honestly sit down and give it another go to see if I'm missing this magic that a lot of people seen in it. But for me, as of right now, I say I like the original Black Panther a lot more. I actually think it's way better. I'm surprised. I thought the music too in the original Black Panther was way better too. The music was
soundtrack.
Better. The visuals were better. I overall think the overall thing was just better, bro.
I love the music in this one, but it was a different. I listened to the soundtrack for both. The first one, of course, that's like one of the best soundtracks ever made. The second one, I love the soundtrack because it's very diverse with like the Latin, I think it's Latin music. Yeah, they have like Latin artists on there, the Afro beats and stuff like that on there too. So it's like a good diversity because you had the music for when they were down in Namor's land or, his underwater area, and then the Wakandan music and shit like that too. So it was, I liked it. So.
All right. So, real quick before we move on to our last topic of the night, Xbox Live is celebrating 20th anniversary today. So 20 years of them charging your ass to play online games, bro. And this is a celebration, y'all. Oh my God, bro. This is what y'all celebrating now, man.
Yeah, I wonder how many people actually been subbed to Xbox Live for like the 20 years. Do they still do like the badges where they show you how many years you've been consistently subscribed?
Yeah, I think they do that still on your profile on the console and maybe on PC as well. Xbox Live, man. You know what? I guess I do have good memories. Back in the days, Xbox Live used to be where it's at. On the 360, even all the way back to the OG Xbox. I still remember. I was that young boy on the mic playing Halo 2, when my brothers got the Xbox Live. I was that young kid on the mic playing some Halo 2 online, and that shit were some really good memories with that. So
I was a PlayStation stan.
He
back
was a
then,
PlayStation
so.
baby.
You
Yeah.
could, I was arguing with them Halo boys in the lunchroom, like, get the fuck out of here with that Halo bullshit. I'm over here on this God of War single player. I did used to play SOCOM though, like I played the SOCOM a little bit on the PS2, but I didn't have the OG Xbox. That shit was never touching my house. But the 360, nigga, when that shit came out, I had no choice but to get it. I had no choice. Like PS3 wasn't coming out for at least another year, and I had no choice. I had to get that shit. And boy, when I tell you, that shit was 360 era was some of the best multiplayer gaming.
Because that's when everything, you know what? That's when everything was at their peak. If you're really taking on the 360, that's when Halo really hit its peak with Halo 3. That's when Gears of War was at its peak.
First came
was
out.
at its peak on the 360.
Crazy.
Introduced this
Call
new
of Duty
franchise.
was pretty
Call
much
of Duty,
too.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I was getting to that. Call of Duty was at its best ever. At that point, everyone was playing Modern Warfare 4, Modern Warfare 2. Then when Black Ops hit, Black Ops 1 and 2 hit, those were going crazy. World at War, those were going crazy. Everything was at its peak.
Recon and Rainbow was fire back then. Rainbow
early
Six
on.
Vegas, what?
That's what I'm saying.
Nigga? Oh
Ghost
my
Recon
God.
early on, that's like before, like, I think even COD was before even COD was starting to pop on the 360. I think people were playing that GRA. I think that was what they dubbed it at
Ghost
the time.
Recon.
They were saying, they were calling
Yes.
They were playing Ghost Recon. Online back then, mans were fiends for online multiplayer.
We was playing Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter had a demo. You only get to play, I think, like 2 maps on the demo, but it was online multiplayer, and you could play it as long as you want.
As you want, right?
Bro, we used to play that shit from sun up to sun down to sun back up again. Like, we was on the demo. And we played the demo so much, we didn't even buy the real game. By the time the real game came out, we was like, no, we off that shit. We didn't even buy the real. Dog,
that's when everything was at the best. Bro. 2K, NBA 2K9 2 was lit. Yep. I remember I used to love 2K9, bro. Holy, bro, 2K.
That's when I got on 2K.
The one Kevin Durant on it. I used to love
Kevin
2K9.
Garnett.
Kevin Garnett, right?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was 2K9. 2K9, that was my 2K9, shit. 2K8. And I think 2K11 is the one with the Jordan. Jordan had the cover of that shit. I used to love that shit too, bro. Oh man, those are good days, man. Those are good days, bro. That's when Xbox was really. Like, you had to have an Xbox at that point. I don't know if you weren't gaming on Xbox. I don't know what were you doing, bro. You had to have Xbox. That's where like all the hot games are at. Even the multiplats were just running better at the time. Like Sony only really picked up their pace towards the end of that shit. When Microsoft was going a little too Connect crazy and stuff like that. So, but at that point, you had to have you had to have a 360. It was just too lit. It's way too lit on that platform. All right, so let's talk about the Game Award nominations, and we're not gonna sit here and go through all 38 ones. Let's just focus on the ones that we actually care about to discuss. You know what I mean? We don't have to go. Sure. We don't have to go through esports, coach. We don't need all of that. Like most
content creator of the year. Now we gotta hit content creator of the year real quick.
We might. All right, so I say let's start off with most anticipated game. Let's skip to that one. So,
okay.
The nominations were Final Fantasy 16, Hogwarts Legacy, Resident Evil 4, Starfield, and The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
What? I see. Look, I voted Zelda, but in my heart, I'm very scared, J-Man. In my heart, I'm very scared. Have you seen what the Switch has been doing lately to the first-party games and how the games be looking? I'm a little scared for Zelda, to be honest, because Breath of the Wild back in 2017, even that had a few performance issues in certain areas where like it would dip down. I don't know if y'all remember where the Master Sword was. Even that shit would dip down. But we overlooked that because the rest of the parts of the game were actually ran at what it was supposed to run. It used to run mostly at 30 FPS and at the 720p target, from what I remember. So I'm really hoping that this game performs well. Well, the only positive I could think about is that it's a high priority game for emulation. That's my only second point too. It's a high priority game for emulation, so they're gonna make sure this one works. Out of all the ones, they're gonna make sure this one works.
The way that new Pokemon is sounding, that is like, and that's one of their best selling franchises, and that shit is the new Pokemon launch with a lot of performance issues. So I get your skepticism.
You know when I knew it was a wrap for the Switch?
What was that?
When the Mario game came out with the expansion of Bowser's Fury. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When I played that game and a Mario game was getting FPS drops. After that, I'm like, okay, yo, Nintendo, what has happened to you guys, bro? Because that's one thing that they've always been consistent when it comes to resolution. Yeah, they never had the highest resolution, but their Mario games were always a solid frame rate, a solid 60 FPS. It's always been like that. So when I played Bowser's Fury and the shit was fucking tanking, the frame rate was tanking, I'm like, they don't give a fuck no more. They literally don't give a fuck no more, bro. So I'm like, at that point, I knew it was over for the Switch, to be honest. That's when I knew it was over. It was over for the Switch, yo. Damn. What did you vote?
I think I didn't vote yet, but I would pick Legend of Zelda.
I'm
Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah,
because I did it where I pretty much said like what I think is gonna win versus what I pick.
Yeah,
like I still think Legend of Zelda is gonna win.
Yeah, like I can't vote Starfield because we don't it's something that you gotta see more of. We gotta really play. And the gameplay showing that they showed us,
look ass.
It didn't really look like amazing either. Like nothing about that really looked sensational. But we know what we're gonna get from Zelda.
The scope looks pretty good, but the way what they actually showed that
gunplay didn't look
good,
bro. Resident Evil 4, we already know what it is. It's a remake of a classic. Hogwarts, I'm not a Harry Potter fan. Final Fantasy 16 would probably be my second vote if I had to pick, again, my second vote.
Yeah, same here.
All right, so we'll skip anticipated. Let's go to best indie debut.
Okay.
The nominations were Neon White, Narco, which I never played both of these, Stray, Tunic, and Vampire Survivors.
Ooh, 2 industry plants in there.
I
picked for this one. I'll probably would vote Stray, just for the simple fact of what other category that.
I still need to beat that. I still need to beat that game, bro.
Yeah, I think I will go with Stray. The way Vampire Survivors have recently picked up steam no pun intended, recently picked up steam and popularity, it might squeak out the win, but I think Stray is just for the other categories and people love their pets. So
Drake Tube in the chat says Sifu should be in there. The reason why it's not in there, it says best debut indie. So debut indie means this is their first game that the studio has ever created, and
okay,
that's what it means. That's why Sifu's not in here or anything like that, because I believe the studio's called Slow Clap for Sifu. And they made other games before. They made like Absolver and stuff like that. So that's why, if y'all are wondering why Sifu is not his best debut, so it has to be, this is the very first game the studio has ever created. So
okay, I didn't know that. I was wondering why Sifu wasn't in here either.
Yeah, but that's why. That's why. I'm pretty sure there's just a regular indie category as well, which we're gonna get to that. Content creator of the year. We got Carl Jacobs, Ludwig, Nibelian, Naburo, and QT Cinderella. I don't know none of these people except Nibelian, so it got the automatic vote for me. Even though
I wouldn't vote for his ass.
Even though
he is not a content creator.
Even though I don't believe he's a content creator, bro.
He's not.
I don't believe he's a content creator, bro. You can't just repost. He's the best reposter, gaming reposter. So does that make him a content creator? He's the best reposter. He doesn't like give opinion. He doesn't do anything besides just repost news articles incredibly fast. Is he a help? 100%, J-Main. He's a help. He's a help to people? 100%, right?
Use him every week.
J-Main, are we not still getting gaming news as we speak? Are we not still getting gaming news?
Nothing has
changed. Nothing has changed when he left.
We don't miss his opinions because he never gave
it. Exactly. Nothing has changed. Since he left, we still podding here. We still got topics. Look, there's no beef with him. I actually think he's really throwing away his opportunity to do something better.
This is exactly what we said he should have been doing with his platform before he even left.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you wasted it.
Content. He should have been making content.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and he's crying for the bread, bro. You had 900 Patreons from just reposting articles really fast. That's really impressive to me. The fact that you were able to get 900 people, J-Main, that's not something small, bro. I know big ass YouTubers that don't even have 900 Patreons, bro. Big ass YouTubers.
This is definitely a sympathy. He doesn't right there.
Yeah, this is sympathy shit. His ass needs to get back to it and start actually talking. Maybe start doing a pod, doing something simple. The funny thing is, he doesn't have to do something crazy. You could do something simple and you probably get the income that he's looking for. So
so I don't know enough about these other
I don't know these guys. Where's the black folks? Where's Speed?
Yeah.
Where's Kai? Whereas all of these guys are doing big things,
that's
bro.
What I was gonna get to because
Come
I don't
on,
know
bruh.
how much these other 4 game. Because I think that could be why Kai and Speed not there.
Because they do
maybe
other,
they don't
other
game
shit.
enough. Like
Yeah,
they do
that's true.
game. Like they definitely play game. Actually, Speed plays a lot of games on his stream, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think even more than Kai. But
Yeah.
Speed, he be saying a lot of controversial shit, doing a lot of weird shit. I don't know if they want to put him on this type of platform because he nutty, but his fan base is fucking huge.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I can see why they might not be on there, but
They should have
there's
threw one of them for
definitely more.
diversity. Come on, lady. Y'all talking about diversity this, diversity
Diversity
that.
nod.
Come on, at least give him a diversity nod. Like, yo, y'all doing, yo, isn't that kind,
Yeah.
isn't he, didn't he become like the most Twitch sub ever or some shit like that? Like, he break a
Yeah.
record recently?
Became
Show him
the
some
most
love,
sub
bro. Show our
on
brother some
Twitch.
love. Jack says, bullet
And he
point
was playing
tweets
God of
getting
War, too, when they
industry. Bullet point tweets getting industry recognition. You hate to see it, bro. Hate to see it, bro. You ain't telling no damn lie, bro. But I had to vote for him regardless because I just don't know anybody else, and I just left. I'm gonna give him his love there for I guess, you know what I mean,
helping us with the
providing-
topics.
helping us with topics, I guess. So we could create the content, I guess, right? This was an interesting category that it's missing a specific game, and we almost made a bet about this. We were really close to making a bet about this, Jamie.
Damn.
Best
You talked me out
multiplayer.
this shit.
I talked you out. Let's go.
You talked me out this shit.
Multiplayer. I should actually put this up on the screen if I can over here. Let's see if I can crop this in a way. All right, yo, best multiplayer, right? For outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of game genre or platform. All right, so I voted Call of Duty, as you can see, and the nominations were Call of Duty, Multiverses, Overwatch 2, Splatoon 3, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Shredder's Revenge. I'm pretty sure Jack voted for that. If I'm a betting man, he probably voted for that. J-Main, what did you vote for?
If I had to vote and what I think is gonna win, I would probably pick Multiverses.
What are you waiting for? Are you planning on doing like some sort of live stream, some voting live stream or something?
Yeah, I'm actually
man, so I'm
waiting
ruining
to debate to. No, you good.
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting to do because I'm just going to tell you what I think is going to win versus what I actually would pick. So I'm doing the live stream when I actually beat all the games that I want to beat, so I can pick what I actually want to what I think is personally what is going to be the one. But I think Multiverse is going to win this.
Really?
I think for a game, this shit was popular as hell. I think it was like one of the most played fighting games on Steam. It's still topping the charts with the free to play games on all platforms. And I think for something to come out that's a competitor to Smash and be this big as it was, I think it's gonna get the nod.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna get the nod.
I think they do deserve recognition being in here. Like you said, this is the only Smash clone that I've seen actually pick up some real steam like that. I know there's other ones like what's it called, Brawlhalla, I believe it's called, and that's been around. But this is the only one that I've seen really hit some sort of success. Like you said, there's a lot of players that play this game, and I was having a lot of fun with it. And I definitely do. It's just so much to play right now. Like when you're in this content creation shit, like you're also like, you're always working on something, making a video, or I need to play something new. But I definitely would like to get back on Multiverses to fuck around with that. I was actually enjoying my time with that game. You think any chance Splatoon 3 is gonna walk away with this?
I do, because I think out of the Nintendo games, Splatoon 3, I think this is the only category it might be in. It might be in this and maybe one other family game, I think. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. But I think Splatoon 3 should win something. I think it got good reception. It's selling really well. And it deserves some type of recognition somewhere. It's going to be hard to win in this category. But slim chance I think Splatoon 3 could win. Like, maybe 15% chance.
All right, I want to get what you think. There's been some controversy in this category for best fighting.
Yes.
See this one, but I'm gonna throw some damage control.
Okay.
It says
damage control for Sifu.
It says best fighting. It does not say best fighting game.
Okay, but what about the description underneath best fighting?
No, we're gonna ignore that. We're gonna ignore that.
I said the same thing. I was like, okay, best fighting. I was like, oh shit, Sifu's in there. And then I read the description. I'm like, hold up. Head-to-head combat.
That's why they ruined it. That's low-key they ruined it. I could have damage control for this shit, bro. But yo, you already know how much I love this game, J-Main. So I voted for it regardless.
7 times.
This game literally low-key deserved the game of the year nomination in my personal opinion. But that's
Didn't
just
you
me.
beat this shit on Stadia too? Like some wild shit that you did. Motherfucker beat this shit on the Ouya.
Yeah, the nominations are DNF Duel, JoJo Bizarre, King of Fighters, Multiverses. Multiverses is probably gonna win this category, like you were saying. If it's gonna win one and get some respect, it's probably gonna win this category. But Sifu, man, I hope it walks away with something. Y'all worried about Game of the Year? I'm worried about Sifu walking away with something. I just want to see it get something.
A first-person Sifu VR game, I think would be fire as fuck.
That might work. It might work. You're gonna get me sweaty as fuck, though. Bro, I was playing Super Hot the other day. Yo, bro, I was playing Super Hot the other day, bro. My headset was drenched. Bro, that's the thing. That's the thing about VR. Like, it's too immersive for me to be playing on a daily basis because I ain't trying to come home from work. I already taken my shower, throwing a VR headset. Now I'm sweaty. I have to go jump back in the shower and clean up again. Come on, bro. You know what I mean? But best fighting game, man. So I'm gonna say what I want to win is Sifu, of course. What I think is gonna win is Multiverses. That's
Multiverses.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay, so if not the best if it don't win best multiplayer, then I can see Multiverses winning it here.
Best fighting, right?
Yep.
All right. So once again, we want to only do the cool stuff. Let's look at best role playing.
That's our RPG. With that RPG, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is easy.
The nominations are Elden Ring, Live a Live, Pokemon Legends, Arceus, I believe how you pronounce it, or whatever. Triangle, Arceus, whatever. Triangle Strategy, and what else does that say over there? Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Gotta be
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring, bro.
What is it? The definition for the best game design with rich player character customization.
Elden Ring already bodies that. Okay.
And progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. Oh,
none of these have multiplayer experiences.
I'm about to say, does Xenoblade have multiplayer? I don't think Triangle Strategy does.
I don't think none of them do.
Yeah, Elden Ring actually is the only. Well, Pokemon does have multiplayer.
Does this one does? Does this one? I'm not too sure. I didn't play it.
Oh, yeah. This one don't have the dungeons.
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. So don't quote me on this. I never played this one. I skipped this one. You saw how this game looked, Jamie? And another example of the Switch just being too outdated. You saw how this game looked? Hell no. I didn't touch this. I didn't touch this game.
Yeah, this is going to Elden Ring.
Elden Ring, easy dub.
Oh yeah. Arceus has trading, but no battling online multiplayer.
No battling. Okay.
Yeah, it's missing a lot of the multiplayer features. So Elden Ring, easy.
Elden Ring. All right. Let's go for another category that a specific game is missing. Best ongoing game. Awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. Where the hell is
you
Halo
feel like
Infinite?
it's missing?
Where the hell is Halo Infinite?
Ain't no way you thought Halo Infinite was gonna be in this category.
Where the hell is Halo Infinite, bro? Wait, Jamie, Jamie, are you telling me that waiting 10 months for another season is not good? It's not good for ongoing multiplayer, bro. Not waiting 10 months. That's crazy, bro.
Halo Infinite actually should have been launching with this recent season. That should have been the launch date for Halo Infinite.
Low key. You really should have. I voted for Fortnite, and my reasoning behind that because it's just they provide so much fucking content. It seems like on my timeline they provide so much content. I know the popular vote, what people are expecting to win is probably Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, I think it won last year, but I wouldn't be surprised if Fortnite won this year, especially with the no build mode. Being so popular. I think that came out this year. So if that is the case, that no build mode definitely changed.
Yeah, a lot of people in the Discord got right back on it. So I don't know why people, I know Benji and them saying 14 and shit, but he's been playing only Fortnite, bro. So them boys been staying on Fortnite. Okay, let's do best performance. Let's skip to this one.
This is voice acting and shit, right?
Voice acting, best performance awarded to an individual for voice over acting, motion, and or performance capture. Horizon Forbidden West, Ashley Birch. A Plague's Tale, Charlotte McBurney. God of War Ragnarok, Christopher Judge. Immortality, Manon Gage. And God of War Ragnarok, again, the actor's name is Sonny Suljic. My shit's blurred. I think that's how you pronounce it. Christopher Judge. easily. I just finished God of War, so I know what I'm talking about. Christopher Judge is walking away with this. Aloy has no personality, so I don't care what nobody says. She has no personality. So
The least interesting character in her own game. Like I don't even know how she nominated. Somebody else could have took that spot from Horizon at that. So it's like
Christopher Judge is walking away with this.
Yeah, I would say him too. I think he won last time. He was nominated too. No, I think it was dude that played Arthur Morgan, because I think Red Dead cleaned up on like everything but Game of the Year that year.
Nah, he's gonna win this. He smoked his Kratos this game, bro. Trust me, bro. Especially when y'all get towards the end, he smoked it, bro.
And Kratos, he definitely he tapped into some more like different sides of Kratos in this game too.
Yeah,
like a little bit more like funnier or like personable in this game, especially with the certain characters you like go on the adventure with and shit like that. So it opens up some more different types of dialogue.
All right, so this is just straight up best indie game.
Okay.
For outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. The nominations are Cult of the Lamb, Neon White, Sifu, Stray, and Tunic.
Stray is winning this.
Oh my god, bro.
Yep. Just based on that definition alone, it's winning it. How many games where you play as a cat or a pet alone,
bro?
And the visuals was looking nice.
The gameplay,
something different.
The platforming is, from what the little that I played, that I still need to finish it up. The platforming is boo boo in the game. I hate the way the platforming is in the game. It's like some QT style platforming, which I fucking hate already. But it seems like the story is gonna have one of them deeper meaning type stories, so I can see why people are falling in love with this shit. But Sifu is the best. See, you know what? I heard a lot of people say this Cult of Lamb game is good. I've never played it, so I can't really speak on it, bro.
Yeah,
people say it's really good.
I think it's a roguelike, right? Is it one of them roguelike type games?
If you don't like Sifu, I think you might have a mental illness. I'm gonna go as far as say that.
Yo, if Sifu don't win nothing, Kofi might.
I'm gonna be people be upset by Game of the Year. People be upset by Game of the Year. I'm mad about it. If Sifu don't walk away with one dub in the night, I'm gonna be upset. Because this game is so incredible. It's so incredible, bro. You guys don't understand, bro. I don't know what y'all see when y'all play that game, but like that had some of the most fluid gameplay I've ever played in life. Yeah, that shit was so fluid.
It's
beautiful.
Nice.
Oh my god,
I said,
bro.
Them folks love their cats.
Oh my god, bro. All
Cat
right,
lives
so
matter.
Let's move on. Best narrative. Let's do best narrative. For outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game, A Plague Tale: Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, and Immortality, the game that everyone just heard about just the day that shit got announced.
I still need to look up what the hell that game is.
Bro, I checked it out. It's a movie. It's literally like an interactive movie game, bro.
Really?
It looks terrible. It looks terrible. Terrible.
The fuck? This is on Netflix?
That's crazy.
Hell?
That's crazy, right? That's crazy.
Oh,
right?
It really is.
Yo, I voted God of War Ragnarok, and I stand by it. Best narrative.
Even more than Elden Ring?
Elden Ring, this was pretty controversial. I seen on the timeline as well. People were saying like Elden Ring doesn't belong here. There's people defending it, saying that Elden Ring, that does have a great story. It just tells it it portrays it in a different way. So people were making that defense for Elden Ring. But I think in this category it's gonna lose because it's something that you have to kind of go out of your way to really fully grasp. I will say out of all the Souls games that I personally have experienced, there's a lot more straightforward or it's easier to understand this game versus something like Bloodborne.
Yeah.
But I will still say that God of War is gonna walk away with this. Is gonna sweep this.
I think the most in terms of like from software games to like stories that are easier to digest is probably. I think it's still
which one?
Sekiro. I think it's Sekiro.
Ooh, you know what? You might be right. I didn't think about that. Why'd I miss me? You might be right on that one. That one's really easy to digest. Really easy.
Yeah, it's really they tell you a story. You meet certain characters.
You're right.
Their motives are up front right then and there.
You're definitely right. You're definitely right about that. For some reason it crossed my mind, maybe because this game plays so much like a Dark Souls, Bloodborne style. So you're definitely right. Sekiro is easier to digest.
I was thinking about Sekiro the other day. Like the more like that game like ages, the more I think about it in like a higher regard. Like that shit, that's one of them ones right there. That shit might be above Blood.
What have I been telling y'all from week to week on PSP on the timeline? That game is magical. It's one of the best games created. I stand by that. It's one of the best games created, bro. The game is just it's so good, bro. And once again, one thing that I hold in high regard is replayability, and that game is really high on that list of replayability. It's just so fantastic. Once again, I really appreciate games that have like this a different level of just fluidity with its controls, and it just plays. It's a video game. First of all, I'm in love with shit that tries to be video games, and that game. Yeah, it's a video game. It's a video game through and through, and
combat traversal.
I love it. I love it.
Customization, all that shit. Yeah, enemies.
Like, I love the gameplay of that shit.
That should definitely do for another playthrough.
Yeah, it's really, really.
Yeah, it's probably God of War for me.
It's probably gonna be God of War for you, probably. Right?
I would pick God of War. That's gonna win that.
Okay. All right, best art direction. Let's go over this one real quick. For outstanding creative technical achievement in artistic design and animation.
I'm going with Horizon Forbidden West.
I'm learning to choose the right video.
Wait. Is that Siri talking to you?
Yeah, what the fuck is going on?
Chat, man. Yo, shout out to everyone pulling up, man. Appreciate the 118 people in the chat. Make sure you guys hit the like button. We almost at 100 likes. That's our goal.
15
before we reach
likes
the end
away.
of the podcast, man. Half of your favorite boys is here. So appreciate it, man. Good gaming. We here, bro. Let's get it. Let's get 100 likes real quick. Best art direction, I'm going with God of War. And this is not Horizon hate. It's not Horizon hate.
It sounds like
it. You know why?
It definitely sounds like it.
I've only played 30 hours of Horizon Forbidden West and I didn't finish it. So like 20 to 30 hours in between. And for one, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
The areas are beautiful. I will say that when we're talking about art direction, I think Sony Santa Monica's take on this whole Norse mythology of Midgard, Asgard, Smithelheim, Helheim, Niflheim.
Yo, pronouncing some of them realms is
crazy.
Fucking me up.
Yo, you should see my review. I had to double take. I had to Jotunheim, bro. I'm struggling here, bro. You know I can't read. No, I can't read. Jotunheim, Helheim. I was like, God damn, bro. Y'all trying to kill me.
You gotta drop the unedited version of your review on Patreon.
Got me sound like Floyd Mayweather. Trying to read out the Breakfast Club shit. Remember that shit? That shit was
you to read a page of
a Harry Potter book. Nah, but that shit was bodying me. I can't even like Jotunheim. I had to repeat that. It's like it's easier to say it when it's by itself, but in a sentence, god damn, bro. Holy, that shit was bodying me on my review. I can't even lie, bro. But yeah, like I'm saying, like I feel like the areas are just so beautiful, bro. The areas in this game they're all vastly different, and it's just extremely beautiful, bro. God of War takes it from me, bro. It takes it from me.
I feel you. Like I think I feel the same way, but just for Horizon. I just feel like it's more of I think they went for more of a photorealistic approach with their art style, and I think they fucking nailed that shit, especially with emulating a torn down post-apocalyptic America and shit like that. But also the wildlife within the world, I think it's much.
It's second on the list for me. It would be second. I'd say God of War one thing. Number one, I would say Horizon. Number two. I'm surprised a Plague's Tale didn't make it in here. In this category.
I was thinking that too. It's like Storm maybe, but a Plague's Tale did.
Yeah, they should have put a Plague's Tale in this category. That's a little bit weird because even though I don't really fuck with them that series, but visually it's undeniably beautiful.
Yeah, like a technical.
The chat wants me to say the wolf's name. It's Fenrir.
Close.
How do you say it?
It's Fenrir.
Fenrir. So it's rear. Fenrir.
Yeah, Fenrir.
Fenrir. Okay.
Say the realm that the dwarves live in with the S.
That's the one that Benji said. All right, I got you. Smart as hell, man.
I even fuck up that one. That shit is.
You say it, J man. You can't. Y'all can't just be laughing at me, bro. You say it right now, bro. Putting you on the spot.
I got you. All right.
I'm telling you.
Schwartelheim.
It's not fair, bro. It's tough, yo.
I think that.
Yo, you guys have to understand. I do not use these I don't use this in my day to day, bro. I'm not going around telling Schmaltzofheim and Fanier, bro. I'm not saying these things, bro. So I apologize. I cannot say it properly. It's a tongue twister for me. You know what I mean? Jotunheim.
Midgard and Asgard.
Midgard is easy. That's easy. Midgard, Asgard. That's easy.
Muspelheim, Alfheim, I think it is. Alfheim. Niflheim.
Niflheim is easy. Helheim. Helheim is
Yep.
easy. Yeah, those ones are the easy ones. You know what I mean? When it gets to them triple syllables, you know what I mean? But a little tough. It's a little tough. Okay, Jack said he can't pronounce it too, so I'm not alone. So don't come out here. You know what I mean? It's hard to pronounce, bro. It's kind of hard. It's tough to pronounce, bro. It is what it is. All right, so we have that. Did we do best game direction already? No, right? No. Okay, let's do best game direction. These are like the big categories, you know? Best game direction awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. The nominations are Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Immortality, and Stray. Stray is really the industry plan. I never expected it to get this fucking much nominations. I really didn't expect it to see it this much. It got like 6 nominations, I believe. For
game direction? Like, all right, you play as a cat.
So many better games that came out. Yo, there's so much better games that came out, bro. You know what I mean? For game direction, I gave it to Elden Ring with this one.
Elden Ring.
I give it to Elden Ring.
I can see Elden Ring winning this one too. Being that it's like an open world Dark Souls game. Yeah, I can see it doing that.
They did some innovation with the franchise, so I definitely see that. Yo, where God of War is it's more of the same. It's more of the same, but just better. You know what I mean? Just more better. Of the same.
Yeah.
Where the innovation actually helping.
And Souls pretty much is more the same, just open world, but
that's a big deal. Like I know why people say, look, like Mario going from a 2D plane to a 3D plane, you could just say like it just went 3D. No, but that's why sometimes like a big deal for certain franchises. Like when Zelda went into an open world format, like just seeing a crossover to that's like innovation in the franchise itself. It's not just we have seen open world games before, but for that franchise to cross over into that realm and do it well, it's still considered an innovation. So I think Elden Ring is gonna take this.
See, I would agree with that, but I gotta check something real quick because God of War in 2018 was innovation in the franchise. I just want to know if it was nominated for best game direction in 2018.
I wouldn't be surprised if it won it. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if he won it.
I'm gonna check real quick
while I look at it. So we did narrative, best direction.
Oh yeah, it won it.
It won it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, and I think it rightfully deserves it because look what the franchise was and look what they took it to. You know what I mean? They literally switched it up completely. You know what I mean? Just because we played over the shoulder games before, with Last of Us, it doesn't mean that like it's not innovative. It's innovative for the God of War franchise to be played like that. So yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. Best score in music, we're almost done. For outstanding music, inclusive of score, original song / or licensed soundtrack, A Plague Tale Requiem, God of War Ragnarok, Elden Ring, Metal Hellsinger, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I picked God of War Ragnarok with this one as well.
I think Xenoblade might win this one.
I never heard a soundtrack, so I don't know.
So going based on my choices are usually based on what I think is gonna win, and I heard a lot of good things about Xenoblade. The only soundtrack that I've heard this year that people say top Xenoblade is the Sonic Frontier shit.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't make it because the music in Sonic is actually really good, really good. I'm surprised they didn't get a nomination.
I heard that too, and I don't think it could have been too late because God of War was nominated for shit, and I think that shit came out.
Sonic came out first. They did the Sonic dirty. It should at least came in this category because the music is actually really good in that game. Really good.
Yeah. So I would say Xenoblade for this one. I think it's gonna take that.
Yeah. I haven't heard it. I'm probably gonna go on YouTube and try and listen to some records so I can see how it sounds.
Cause you damn sure ain't playing that motherfucker.
I was a little bit disappointed I didn't see one of my favorite games of this year. The game that I have over probably 300 hours in best mobile game, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, baby.
Oh,
why wasn't it not in the mobile category, bro? We got these bum ass games like Apex Legends Mobile, Diablo, Genshin Impact, Towers of Fantasy, Marvel Snap, but they didn't put Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Benji, the disrespect. You know how much hours and how much microtransactions I bought in that game, bro? Come on, bro.
I skipped this category when I was looking at it, but the chick on Tower of Fantasy kind of got the bubble. Hold up.
They saying look kind of lit. Now they should have put Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel.
No,
Yo,
just the girl on the cover.
Oh, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Go look at the tweets. I think they have crossed over 10 million players. How is it not even on this list?
Damn.
How's it not on this list?
Man,
With over 10 million players on Yu-Gi-Oh!'s Master Duel. Disrespect.
And Marvel Snap, I think, just came out.
Yeah, no, they disrespect him. Yeah, they disrespect him, bro. All right, I think we pretty much got all the major categories that I kind of want to talk about. If anything is, we'll probably watch the shit. Do
Game of the year.
Or something. Yeah. So let's do the big one and get out of here. Let's do that.
All right.
And I might have to do something live. I might have to do something live,
for the Game Awards?
No, I'm talking about right now, live on this episode. I might have to do something live real quick.
Oh, shit. All right.
Yo, we need 10 more likes to 100. Let's get that. I know y'all could do it. Let's get 10 more likes to 100. All right, so Game of the Year. Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across creative and technical fields. I voted, I did a little live stream, which is archived, and I voted Elden Ring. I came to a conclusion. At that point, I did not finish God of War. I did not finish God of War. J-Main, I'm doing this.
Like, yo,
I'm doing something live. I'm doing something live right now. I'm sorry.
Oh, you got it pulled up?
I'm doing something live right now.
Oh, shit.
My vote
has
been changed.
Oh, shit. And this is after you beat God of War Ragnarok.
This is after I beat it. I came to this conclusion. This vote has been changed. Real talk, bro. God of War deserves it. No. Now after finishing the game, God of War deserves it, bro. I'm sorry. Elden Ring, man. Do not punish me. I still love the game. It comes a close second, but God of War takes it. No. The emotion.
He took his vote
you know what
back,
it is?
like...
I took my vote back. Something like that T.I. just.
I was about to say, like, T.I. snatched it back from No.
Oh, man. Hold on. What about that pacing? That's a small complaint that I have. It doesn't overall affect the overarching experience that I have or overarching experience I had with God of War Ragnarok. But that's just a complaint that I have. But
I can't wait to get to the end of this game. I can't wait.
God of War Ragnarok is my
for it
game
to have
of the year.
you changing your game of the year.
It's my game of the year. I damn near almost. I'm not to sound like no punk, no bitch. I damn near almost shed a tear during the end. No, real time.
Wow. Hold up, you didn't cry for the Chadwick Boseman tribute, but you shed a tear for Kratos.
I almost shed a tear for that shit, bro.
Boys?
Wow. Like, you see, I'm somebody who don't really cry for like entertainment shit too like that. Yeah. But my eye get a little heavy. You know that heavy feeling? Like it's not a tear, but your eyes feel a type of way, bro. Like your eyes get a little heavy and your throat get a little dry. Like your throat get dry.
Your throat.
You know your throat get a little dry and shit. By the end of God of War Ragnarok, my throat was a little dry. I think I came and laid on my pillow and I looked over. I rolled over to Addy real quick. I'm like, I just finished the game. I'm like, I just finished the game. I told her that. And I told her, yo, I'm low-key sad, yo. That's what I said, bro. Low-key sad. After finishing that shit. See, I think that's where God of War has the advantage, right? Elden Ring is pure gameplay bliss. Pure gameplay fun and bliss, replayability, customization. It's sensational. Exploration, sensational. God of War, amazing gameplay, but it does something different than what Elden Ring does. It gives you it gives you that emotional connection that I think Elden Ring does not provide, which would ultimately made me switch my answer to God of War Ragnarok. That shit was beautiful, bro. Absolutely beautiful.
Yo,
absolutely beautiful. The overall message, the whole theme of this game, the message that it's trying to convey, everything. By the time I got to the end, like I said, I got choked up a little bit. This shit was fucking beautiful. Just watching, like, I'm somebody who's played every God of War. You have to understand that this is not. I just started playing the series type of shit. I've played every God of War when they came out type of shit. You know what I mean? So I have a kind of a connection with the character Kratos. And just watching, I'm getting to all of this in my review. And watching is just the growth of his character and just his journey. It's beautiful. That's the only word I can use to describe the shit, bro. It's some beautiful shit, bro. It's some beautiful shit.
I got a question. I'm not sure if you mentioned this at all in your review, so you don't have to answer if it is there. Okay. Is this your favorite God of War game?
Yeah, yes.
You saying
I think this is my favorite God of War game. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm definitely looking forward to that review.
It's my favorite God of War.
I probably won't watch it though until I beat it.
Yeah. Watch, you guys come back and watch it. Like I said, it's not gonna have heavy spoilers. I'm not putting anything from the ending scenes. The last the last 15 hours of the game, I didn't even record no more footage. I'm like, I got enough footage for what I want to do. The last 15 hours, I don't even show nothing because I know I don't want to spoil anything. Like I only recorded like maybe 15 to 20 hours worth of footage, which it's only clips in here and there, and obviously my B-roll footage of real life shit that I be doing. So it's mild spoilers though. It will have some spoilers, so it's mild spoilers, but I don't think it would ruin the experience for any of you guys. If you guys decide to watch my review, it won't ruin anything. I made sure of that. But yeah, God of War Ragnarok is my game of the year of 2022. It beats out Elden Ring. Elden Ring is my second favorite game of the year. God of War Ragnarok is it. And it deserves to win. After playing the game, I feel like now I might be a little offended if it don't win. Now, this shit was beautiful. I might be a little offended if it don't win, actually. God of War, no, it's sensational. Sony Santa Monica, like I said, I came out the top of the podcast. I said that I think they're Sony's #1 studio right now. They just showed it to me. They just showed it to me. They are. This is better than any Spider-Man. This is better than any better than Last of Us Part 2 to me. Way better. You know what I mean? Like, they're the #1 studio. They have just proven to me that they're the #1 studio. And I can't wait to see what they come up with next. They got it right now. Until further notice, they're #1 spot, at least for me. That's for me. What do you think's going to win, J-Main? I know you're still working on God of War, but do you think the results will be different?
No, I do. I think God of War Ragnarok is going to win it, pretty much based on what you had said. I had pretty much came to that same premise that I thought, wow, Elden Ring probably had the customization, the exploration, and the gameplay loop that people enjoy. I think the connection to the characters and the story being told, I think it's something
different. It's different. No, yeah, it's
the
different,
industry.
Bro. It's different.
They hold close to their hearts these days. So I think the combination of everything that God of War has going on, I think is going to propel it to be a winner.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if
10
Elden
hours
Ring
of the game is different. Bro. I wouldn't look. To be honest, whoever win, I'm happy. I got to experience both great games. I'm happy. Like I have no really stakes in this. You already know we typically watch the Game Awards just to see some new cool shit that's coming out. Really, you know what I mean? Just to entertain yourself. But I'm really watching to see what's new coming out because there's always 1-2 cool announcements that happen at the Game Awards. So
I need Sony to show up big with these trailers for at the Game Awards because
hopefully they have something. Maybe they have something.
At least something for Spider-Man 2.
Maybe Spider-Man 2.
Is that game coming out next year?
That'd be cool if they have something for Spider-Man 2. That would be really dope.
Factions 2 as well. Oh, no, they said next year.
No, they could keep that. They could keep that in the tuck, to be honest. They could keep that.
That's hate.
That's hate. That's hate.
Dog.
Captain Sidekick with another super chat donation. I appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Yo, speaking of Factions 2 real quick. I know you got to read the super chat, but real quick.
Yeah, but go ahead.
No, read the super chat.
Read the super chat. Kofi, I told you the last 8 hours was something. Yes, you're correct. The last 10 hours or so of the game is incredible. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Jamie.
I was thinking because I think we heard or maybe this was just a topic that Last of Us was having issues with implementing the dodge mechanic for the multiplayer for part 2 or whatever they're gonna do for the next factions. How would you feel? I know you don't really mess with factions multiplayer, but if they was to implement the dodge, if it was to have a stamina bar for the multiplayer for the dodge mechanic, where you can't spam that shit.
You can't spam it. I think that could work. I think that could work.
I was thinking about that shit because I think if they just allow you to do that shit freely, it
might, it would just be a whole lot of dodging or people just maybe camping, just shooting you from, I don't know, but I'm really curious on stamina bar.
You can't do that shit in multiple gunfights.
They said the scale of this multiplayer is supposed to be massive, right? So I'm really curious on how they handle it overall. I actually have no real kind of idea where they're gonna go with this. I've heard people say Division. I don't know where they're gonna go with this. So. Yeah, I guess we just gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see. Well, at least they're cooking it up and they're taking their time with it, so it doesn't turn out to be trash. I didn't really go over the nominations, but Xenoblade 3 and Stray made it on this list as well. Horizon made it on this list. Game of the year. Horizon made it on this list as well.
No chance.
No chance. Do you think there's a possible upset here where Elden Ring and God of War don't win? That's my last question, I guess, to you before we get out of here.
No.
You think there's a possible upset that one of these two don't win?
No, it's 100% chance. I'm willing to bet any amount of money. It's one of those two.
It's one of those two.
One of those.
So like
In
the
fact,
Stray's not gonna come out of the blue. A Xenoblade's not
Nah.
gonna come out the blue and got some sort of votes and it won type of
Nope.
shit, right?
This ain't 2019. This ain't not 2019. This ain't 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, where It Takes Two won, which was a great game from what I
It
played.
didn't
but-
deserve to be Dread though. I think Dread was a way better game, bro. Metroid Dread was a way better game. They should have gave it to that, bro. But it is what it is.
The biggest surprise I could see out of this year is that if both of them shits won, like a cold type of game.
I don't
of the
think they're gonna
year
do it.
Type shit.
I don't think they're gonna do it. Somebody said that's too Canadian when I brought up that idea too. They just said that's too. They made fun of me. They
Yeah.
told me that's too Canadian, bro. I'm like, huh? Come on. Bro.
I just thought like from a whole like Elden Ring, like that was some of the craziest shit we've ever seen from a game like that.
went
What
crazy.
was going on? A game that almost selling like 20 million in the first year.
Very
And,
impressive.
Having the amount of impact it had even on like casual fans of gaming.
Yeah.
And it was almost like some
The
Animal
impact-
Crossing type shit.
You know what? The impact exactly. The impact I would say in this same time period of God of War and Elden Ring, I would even say you could even feel the difference between impacts between the two games. I would say Elden Ring
Yeah.
clearly had a bigger impact than God of War still.
Absolutely. It
Elden
did.
Ring had a way bigger impact. If you remember the first week of Elden Ring on the timeline, how it was, just not even just in like crumb side community, quote unquote, or like just overall and just in the gaming industry and just between the media, the memes, and everything. Nah, that shit. Week one, Elden Ring was just the talk of the time, and it went on for weeks. It literally went on for
Yeah.
weeks. Where you
And
don't
just
really get that
because-
feeling with the God of War Ragnarok. You don't.
Yeah, maybe with the first God of War, but not with this one.
Not
At least
with this
not
one.
yet. Maybe when more people start to beat it, and if they want to, have that conversation about the story, I don't know where it goes, but maybe that will be the conversation. But just the style of game it is, I think it's like, all right, it's more of
Yeah.
what we got before, but better.
Yeah.
So
There's no question asked.
Let's
Impact,
see what
Elden
happens.
Ring got it. When it comes to impact, Elden Ring definitely got it.
yeah. So
All
that's
right,
what I'm saying,
man.
like it could be a battle. It could.
Yeah.
I think it'll be close.
Let's wrap it up, man. It was a good episode today, man. Really enjoyed the
Absolutely.
conversation.
Shit, we went
man.
longer than I thought we
Yeah,
would've went.
we almost went 2 hours. God damn, bro. We tried to do
2
shorter
hours,
form,
shit
but
feel like PSP.
no, I know this shit was too much good shit to talk about, so we had to keep it
Absolutely.
flowing. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Of course, shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everyone who hit the like button. Shout out to everyone who's supporting the boys. You know what I mean? Make sure you guys
Hey,
follow
we're gonna be
J
back?
Main. Yeah. Make sure
We're
y'all
gonna
follow
be
J
back for the
Main.
Game of the Year awards.
Yeah. We'll probably
little
do
live
that,
stream.
do that on your channel or something like that. Yeah, we'll pop up on your channel. We'll do a live reaction to that. I'll pop if you don't.
Bet.
If you'll have me, I'll pull up.
Yeah.
We'll watch it with you.
Shit, absolutely. I know I'm be there.
If you have me here, then I'll pull up and watch it with you on your channel. But yeah, man, I appreciate once again everybody tuning in, coming in. You know, I love seeing people come in here and watch the podcast live. I really hope you guys are enjoying the conversation. We will be back next week, or is it next week something is happening? Why is they saying 2 weeks?
Thanksgiving is next week.
Are you busy on Thanksgiving?
Yeah. I
Okay,
won't be
so
home
we won't.
next Thursday.
So next Thursday you won't be seeing us. We'll be back in 2 weeks. So that's even better. Y'all definitely better be God of War by then. We definitely
Yeah.
spoiling the fuck out of that shit then. So
Shit, I might even have Elden Ring beat by then too. So I've
Yes,
been
sir.
back
So-
on that shit too.
You know, y'all Americans celebrating y'all Thanksgiving, so we're gonna take a week off of good gaming. But remember, we here every Thursday at 7 p.m. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the show this week. Appreciate we got 99 likes. We just need one more for that 100. So I know it's gonna get that eventually. So I appreciate everybody who did hit the like button, and we'll be back. J Main, it was a pleasure as always.
Absolutely. Appreciate
we
y'all
gon-
tuning in.
Yes, sir.
We'll be out.
And we out. We're gonna see y'all in 2 weeks time. All right, peace, y'all.
Peace.